Hi guys, and welcome to a new video on Formula Update. In this video, we will talk about the last plans that Mateschitz has given his blessings to. Red Bull Racing will build a new, state-of-the-art, wind tunnel for their Formula 1 team. We will tell you all about it, but there has been more developments in the world of Formula 1. So stick around till later in the video to hear all about Red Bull Racing's new wind tunnel. And now, we first discuss some other important news. Most teams don't agree with the penalty that Red Bull has received for breaking the cost cap. It won't come as a surprise that the competing teams think that Red Bull has come off lightly. Red Bull has effectively broke the cost cap with around £400,000, which is only a fraction of the $145 million that they could spend. It is an infraction nonetheless, so a penalty is righteous. The FIA has given a $7 million fine to the Austrian team. In addition to the fine, they also received a reduction in wind tunnel time and CFD items by 10%. The fine will not be reduced from the cost cap for next year, but will just be something that the Austrian team will have to pay. This will have no effect on the team in any way. The reduction in wind tunnel time and CFD items can make a big impact on the development of the 2023 and 2024 car. Most team bosses, however, don't think this is enough of a penalty. Gunter Steiner has said that the cost cap for Red Bull Racing should be reduced to hit the team harder. The Haas F1 team boss says that Red Bull Racing just will develop other parts on their car than the aerodynamic element. The RB18 was still too heavy, so Red Bull can focus their resources on weight reduction instead of aerodynamics. This might develop the car as good as new aerodynamic parts. Therefore, Steiner thinks that the penalty won't slow Red Bull down. It is fair point that a budget cap reduction would have more impact, but it could also be a harsh penalty. Red Bull has only overspent a little money and has probably not gained any lap time with those £400,000. So in our opinion, is this penalty a clear sign that breaching the cost cap will have serious consequences? And it is also a fair one in this case considering the overspent amount. We will still have to wait and see whether the given penalty will have any impact on the pace of the Red Bulls next season. It looks like Mick Schumacher won't be racing in Formula 1 next season. The young German had a tough second season in the sport and has still not lived up to the high expectation. The F2 champion of 2020 has been slower than Kevin Magnussen in most of the races and has made a lot of damage to his car. Schumacher is the driver with the most costly crashes and has cost Haas a lot of money. He hasn't paid the team back with a lot of points, so he already had a lot of pressure. He is out of the Ferrari driver academy, so his situation has not been improving. It looked like Schumacher was improving halfway the season, but his form decreased after a few races to his old form. He hasn't been the luckiest driver on the grid, but a lot of his misfortune has been self-inflicted. It looks like Haas will replace him for another German. Nico Hulkenberg is set to make another comeback into Formula 1. The experienced driver is known as a very consistent point scorer and is very skilled behind the wheel. Ever since he lost his seat at Renault, he has been a reserve driver for Racing Point and Aston Martin. He has driven a few races because other drivers weren't able to, and he delivered some very good races. He is still very quick, so he should be a good replacement for Schumacher. It will be very interesting to see how Magnussen and Hulkenberg will work together as teammates. The two drivers have had some incidents with each other over the years and don't seem to get along very well. It could very well be that they have buried the hatchet and will move on, but they might still be very competitive against each other. Do you expect Hulkenberg to replace Schumacher? And will Magnussen and Hulkenberg be a good drivers duo, or will it create a negative atmosphere within the team? Let us know in the comments down below. Red Bull has announced that they will build a new wind tunnel. The team is operating in a dated wind tunnel and wants to upgrade their facilities with a new one. The team from Milton Keynes has been upgrading their facilities for the last few years. It has also built a new facility to produce their very own engines. But in addition to the Red Bull Powertrains facility, it wants to have a new wind tunnel to make the team future-proof. The wind tunnel that the team is currently using dates from 1946 and has been formerly used by Arrows. Because of the new rules, the time teams can spend in the wind tunnel is restricted. It is essential to have a very efficient wind tunnel if you can't use it as much as you like, to make the team ready for the future and ready for less wind tunnel time as well. It is very important to build a new efficient one, according to Red Bull team boss Christian Horner. The team has been planning this new facility for a while, and it is the last decision that Dietrich Mateschitz has made for the team. He felt that it was very important to invest in a new, state-of-the-art wind tunnel to make sure that his racing team can keep developing great racing cars. It is great to see that the man was so passionate about the sport that he still made these important calls, even though he was very sick. This new wind tunnel is a clear sign to F1 that the team is not leaving the sport anytime soon. Big investments like these are made for the long term, so we will still be able to enjoy Red Bull for a while in the sport. It will be interesting to see if it will be noticeable in the results as soon as the wind tunnel is operative. It will take some years until it is ready, so for the time being they still have to use their dated tunnel. How do you feel about the new wind tunnel? Will it be a start of great dominance from Red Bull, or will it make no difference? That is all we got for you this time, but we will be back with more soon. If you liked this video, please click like. If you want to stay up to date on the latest F1 news, please subscribe to our channel. If you want to watch another video, click on the box to the left. We will see you next time.